I'm Resida, and Ian is my colleague from New York Pride, Chartered Architects and Interior Designers. We're based in St Andrews and Perth in Scotland, and today we're going to talk about what makes a successful project.
Wow, that's a big subject. What makes a successful project? Well, it's all about planning and more planning, because the process itself can take quite a long time. It could be anything from 7 months to 5 years. So it depends how long and how big your project is. But the first and most important step on any plan is understanding what the building is going to be and what its requirement is. And that'll have various aspects to it. For example, how much money is there available to build it, and what exactly is the client wanting to have in the building. So you've got to understand all these things: how much money they've got, how long they've got to build it, where it's got to be. So you've got to have a really good understanding of that before you even start designing. So you'd have a look at the site plan, where the building's going to be. You'd understand how the building's got to fit into that. So the design process itself is quite exciting, and it's quite an interesting stage. So it has to be quite varied, and there's lots of considerations, lots of choices to make. So what you're trying to achieve is the most optimum solution that's going to fit for the site, and also all the requirements that the building's got to meet. So that's the two sort of initial stages, but then no, you're not designing and building a building on your own. You've got to work as a team. So you've got all various different people that come in and help and make the building reality. For example, you have structural engineers, you might have services consultants, a fire consultant, specialist expertise, because as architects we are generalists, and we've got to manage a team of people to try and make these buildings come to fruition. So what we're doing is pulling together all the information that these people are providing and ensuring that it's coordinated in a building design so that it works, and there isn't any clashes of structure or services or columns in the wrong place, or whatever, windows. So the building all works technically. So that's one of the stages. Then when you've got to build it, once all the information's together, you've got to go ahead and to site and build it. And what's most important, I find, or we find for the project, is that you have a very good builder. Builders come in all sorts and sizes. Some are excellent, some are maybe not so good. So it's important to select a builder that you're happy working with. And
also that it is the right builder for the job, because some builders specialize in something. For example, some specialize in joinery more, or some do masonry more, so it just depends who is better suited for the project.
Yeah, yes, and whether it's a main contractor, you're going to do separate trades, or if it's a larger project, you'd have a managing contractor, and you'd have a number of smaller subcontractors that would work for the main contractor. But it's important that the whole team, whether it's the professional consultants team or the contractor, we work collaboratively, because we've got the single objective is to create a successful building. So if we work collaboratively together as a good team, then that will help ensure that a very good project's delivered.
And the client is a very important part of the team. So in the very beginning, as Ian mentioned, the taking the brief is important, because this is how you know what you're going to design, because you need to know what the client wants, or what you want if it is your own project. But then the person whose project it is very much part of the team. So he or she should really have a really good understanding of what your architect is doing. So the communications are very important. There are a lot of decisions to be made. So it is very much part of success when the client has a good understanding of how the project is going.
Yeah. Decisions. Yes. It's all about decisions, yes, and making choices. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, when the project's completed and it's handed over, the people that are going to use the building will be the ultimate judges of a building's been successful or not. Usually there is some feedback, and there's a process where people say, yes, we like the building, or the building's working well, there's the heating system's making the place comfortable, or the light levels
right.
working, you're getting sunlight. It's a joyful place to either live, work,
Yes.
or work in.
Mm-hmm.
People enjoy it, and ultimately I think when the building's got to fit into its site and its location, and if somebody's walking past in the street or in the on the country or wherever the building is, it's got to look as if it's always been there, in our view anyway. So if it's looking beautiful, it's met the budget, the client's happy, and people enjoy using it, then I think we can say it's a successful building.
And for us as architects, it will be a delight if we know that the project had a minimum of carbon footprint. So with the climate change, this is a big consideration. So it makes us happy to know that we did everything to minimize the carbon footprint. So this is pretty much a makeup of a successful project.